Elephant Man said it best. Pond to river, pond to bank, well now pond to bridge also, because there's too many mermaid sightings at Flatbridge and we just can't ignore them anymore. Flatbridge in Jamaica, which runs across the Rio Cobre River, is known famously for its many mermaid sightings, and this one might just be the most viral. One video on TikTok has viewers in disbelief. A person by the name of Phoebe Daniels posted to TikTok footage of what appears to be a mermaid swimming beneath the murky waters right by the gorge. Now you can very clearly see the fish-like creature swimming by the rock, popping its head in and out of the water before completely going under. And in the video, you can actually hear people shocked as they basically watched on and couldn't believe what they were witnessing. People in the comment section left their opinions and thoughts with over 2,000 comments. The most popular comments came from a few people, with one that said, mermaids in the Caribbean, they're actually really dangerous, like especially in rivers. I don't know why they were so close. With another person just basically saying the way the mermaid effortlessly moved, saying, you know, the way it dove back down, and it's crazy. And another person with some really strong insight said, Flatbridge is notorious for mermaid or river mama sightings. My grandparents and great-grandparents have told me many stories about that bridge and river, and you know, to that comment people agreed with him and shared their own stories and affirmations on the matter. You know, while we may not know with 100% certainty if it was indeed a mermaid, one thing we do know is that this sighting was so convincing it had even the biggest skeptics questioning themselves. What do you guys think about it though? A very short clip that's been circulating online shows what appears to be a mermaid swimming beneath the water's surface right near Flatbridge in Jamaica. Now, although the exact location has actually yet to be confirmed, as like some are saying it actually might be by Milk River instead, which is also a hotspot allegedly for mermaid sightings in Jamaica. Now, I'm not entirely sure why the clip is so short and who captured the footage, but some are speculating that the person who was filming may have just been so scared and like maybe caught off guard that they either dropped their phone, maybe they left the area entirely, or just stopped recording, or maybe, who knows, they even got pulled under by the mermaid. That's a long shot probably, but you never know. There's a lot of different theories going around, and because there's no way to validate the video or actually even find the person who filmed it, it's really hard to examine the situation, you know, with a close eye. But what you can be sure of though is that what you're looking at is quite possibly really real footage of a real mermaid finally caught on camera. I mean, it seems to have a yellowish brown kind of body, maybe no hair on their head, or maybe it's just hiding, but you know, the tail, well, it's as bright as ever and you can actually see it perfectly in the footage. Who knows, maybe some more details will come out of this soon, but what do you guys think though? Is this the proof we've kind of been waiting for, or are you still not convinced? Let me know where you stand with this one. The unexplained sighting at Flatbridge. Now this one is honestly quite interesting because people simply don't know what to make of it, and neither did the men who captured the footage. Now, two men that presumably work near Flatbridge decided they were going to take some underwater equipment and go underwater in search of, well, they said some money, hopefully some bikes, bodies, and mermaids. Yep, they said all of that. They ended up putting their camera under the water, and their camera caught not only footsteps, like footprints on the ground, like in the sand under the water, but also something shadowy, a figure they either thought was a mermaid or potentially even a ghost. Now you can hear them shocked and asking what it is as they kind of stare at it from their camera up top. Now to me, it actually did look like a mermaid. It had the body of a mermaid, the silhouette, it was vertical, and although they couldn't really identify the exact kind of shape and be able to say what it was exactly, it definitely looks like something. Now the men said they were kind of afraid to go back to it because it spooked them, and so they kind of just moved the camera somewhere else. Now people online who watched the footage once it was uploaded were certain they saw a mermaid, and someone even said they saw some bones and a skull down there. What do you guys think of this one? These unidentified creatures caught on camera, no one, not even scientists, can explain them. In 2007, two police officers in Fresno, California responded to a series of bizarre home security videos. Now, at first glance, the footage looked like, you know, a bad prank, until you realize how genuinely eerie it is. A white, armless figure with long, stick-like legs shuffles across a front lawn. Then a second one appears. I mean, their movements are smooth and unnatural, almost like puppet-like, but there's no sign of wires or animation, no strings, nothing. I mean, these things became known as the Fresno Nightcrawlers. Multiple sightings then followed, all on camera, and always the same, unsettling form. Even paranormal investigators have no solid explanation for this. The creatures don't speak, they don't attack, they don't even react to humans, they just walk, and they've now been spotted as far away as Poland. No one knows if they're cryptids, aliens, or something even stranger, but whatever they are, they've never been caught. In 2009, hikers in the Tatra Mountains of Poland recorded something that made cryptid forums explode. A very shaky, zoomed-in video shows what looks like a tall, ape-like figure climbing up a steep rock wall. But the region has no known apes there. Now, the video was uploaded by a user named Piotr Kowalski. Now, he insists it wasn't faked. What's creepy, though, is that the creature's movements, they were fluid, fast, strong. Clearly not a person in a suit. Now, some speculated it might just be a misidentified bear, but zoologists who studied the clips said the limb-to-body ratio just didn't match any local wildlife at all. Now, some compared it to a Slavic Bigfoot. Others think it may be linked to local legends of forest spirits or creatures that are there to protect the mountains. Now, the footage remains kind of unexplained, and despite many attempts to debunk it, no one has definitely, proved what we've seen. In Argentina, in 2021, a group of men walking through the city of Totoras encountered something that forced them to run for their lives. Cell phone video captures a very hunched, grayish figure walking stiffly across a dirt path. When it actually turns towards the camera, its proportions are all wrong. Long limbs, narrow torso, and a head too big for its body. Now, one man shouts and the creature kind of darts into the grass at a very unnatural speed. Now, the clip went absolutely viral in Latin America and was picked up by local news outlets who confirmed the video was real and not digitally altered. Now, skeptics claimed it could be a person in a costume, but locals insist this was no prank. Several witnesses have come forward describing similar sightings in the area even before the video surfaced. So hey, I mean, some call it one thing, others believe it could be an ET. To this day, honestly, the creature has not been identified. Let me know what you think it is, though. In 2014, a nurse was working alone on a hospital floor when she began hearing very strange noises. Suddenly, she woke up and saw a shadowy figure moving in the hallway. She quickly started recording, and what she captured honestly was chilling. At a hospital in Santa Cruz in Bolivia, she captured something horrifying on the building surveillance system as well as her own phone. So it was late at night. A ghostly shape walks across the hospital floor after it peeks its head out. The footage is honestly not the greatest, but you can clearly see arms and legs and a head. Then suddenly it just disappeared. Staff confirmed no one was allowed actually on that floor at night except for that particular nurse. Now, police reviewed the footage and found no evidence of a break-in or a person on the premises. What's more disturbing is what followed. Nurses reported strange noises after, lights flickering, unexplained cold spots in the days after. The video made national news in Bolivia, but no one could identify what was caught on camera. Some blamed, witchcraft, others said it looked demonic, but no one can deny it was real and it was there. What do you guys think, though? Let me know your thoughts. I'm your host, Ashley. I'll see you later. I feel like someone just bit me on my forehead. I don't know what the hell. These damn flies everywhere. Okay.